Buttons are checked. This is serious business here because whoever loses here is out of the tournament.
Got an arrow with your name on it. My whole name or just Barry? I have an arrow just for you. Begin.
Arrow just for HoneyBee.
All right, and jumps over the running man stance. HoneyBee committing to the entirety of the string. Looking for the wake up, a bit wild right now with buttons being pressed everywhere. And great recognition. Illusions going for that Savage Blast to put some space in between them. Now, when Flash activates the Speed Force, he cannot block while in that situation. So the splash damage from that mildly explosive arrow allowed Illusions the space he needed to escape and reset that neutral.
I mean, that splash is so huge, it's really hard to avoid it. Illusion starting his corner oppression here. HoneyBee trying to find his way out. Running man stance charges out, throws the interactable that is unblockable, and Illusion's just trying to get out of there, trying to get away from HoneyBee. Throwing arrows, waking up, doing everything he can.
Right, and sliding after his Illusions, keeping his movement, not standing in one spot at all. And HoneyBee finally gets the chase down, but no continuation on the combo.
And I think HoneyBee knows that in this matchup, he needs to just, I mean, in all Flash matchups, Flash needs to do something. He has very limited full screen options there. And unfortunately for HoneyBee, he got hit by that fire arrow kind of at the end of his shake. Not sure if he didn't hold it long enough, but.
Oh, and the overhead arrow from Illusions to the background bounce. Yes, Brainiac is going to tickle him with the tentacles to see if he's worth collecting. And Illusions right now putting on a clinic, working HoneyBee.
Here we go. Flash just needs one hit and he can take your entire bar. That's mainly because he's going to be doing so much damage and putting you in a very ambiguous setup. Illusion's trying to jump out, trying to do anything of block. Those were just mids.
Yeah, and Illusion's looking for the wake up there, but the meaty's on point. Arrows are loaded. Savage Blast is active. Illusion sitting on a full bar. He could go for a super here. What will it be? No clash from HoneyBee. He's going to keep his health now. One hit away from a confirming the super. HoneyBee also sitting on a full stock of meter.
I think HoneyBee needs to get into that super territory. That's what he's desperately going for right now.
And the big punch arrow meter burn from Illusions. A big duff. Huge chunk of damage if it hits you. Huge chunk on block. And Ali showing off his archery skills with the shot through that fresh arrow. So slick. How does he have such a watery, juicy apple in his pocket this whole time?
This whole time. He was just that good. That victory is that.
Yo, what a god.
Why is HoneyBee going for that right out the gate? I think he should have learned that in that first match, that green arrow has a fast enough option to stop the Flash.
And stop the Flash with that bow to the face is Illusions. Electric arrow gets the conversion. More hits done.
Very flashy stuff here by Illusions. And HoneyBee finds his way in, keeping going, and Illusions with a great tech roll right there, getting away from HoneyBee, holding onto these arrows.
And such patience from Illusions, using the right arrows for the right situation, keeping the Flash out as much as possible. Great anti-air. The wake up from HoneyBee blocked, but no punish. Instead gets checked with the poke.
That's a big drop by Illusions. That should have been the bar. Very close to it. Again, HoneyBee. Illusions is going to do it every single time. There's no way you can get through it. You need to save that trait for when you finally get your hands on him.
And there's the knockdown. HoneyBee in control. Here's the running man stance cancel. Push block into the meter burn roll. The great defensive combo special if you're locked down in the corner with 2 bars ready to access, but HoneyBee chases him down. Tails Illusions. Stop running from me, young man. To the corner we go. Big boy damage coming up. What's the setup?
Oh, goes in for the jump in. And great blocks by Illusion. He does get opened up there by HoneyBee. A little too slow for the hit confirm. Illusions, look at that great the side switch there with the combo.
And there's a full combo now, putting a bunch of arrows. All of them have Barry's name on it currently. And Illusions is mixing well in the corner. The Savage Blast. Will HoneyBee be able to find an escape? Stop it. Stop it.
Meter burn air down arrow does so much damage.
4 arrows at a time. He only needs one of them to connect in that situation. Looking for the left-right cross-up. Keeps it in front. And Illusions forcing HoneyBee off of the Flash into Supergirl. If this isn't control, I don't know what is.
I mean, HoneyBee, I've never seen him to the point where he's had a switch, except for in Grand Finals against against Dragon.
Long story short, I died.
Who killed you?
Your cousin did, Kara. Begin.
And the friendliest intro line I've seen so far, having a regular conversation before they look to murder each other here in Metropolis.
They're just sparring, guys. They're just sparring.
All right, and sparring, not quite the word HoneyBee's looking for. He wants to destroy Illusions and run it back. He is on his last leg here at Summer Jam, down 2-0 and locked into Kara.
Yeah, no, and Illusions is a player that is very familiar with a whole slew of characters. So Illusions will have the freedom to pick a different character if he loses this match. And HoneyBee is looking okay right now. You know, in control still, but getting opened up by Illusions, flipping out right in front of him, perfectly timed with Illusions back 3 in order not to get punished. Goes for the overhead teleport, connects!
Yeah, great reaction from HoneyBee there on that jumping arrow. Not quite sure if that was a punish or not. Either way, Illusions not blocking his head, punished by that fist. And the lasers to challenge the arrows. What a great switch here for HoneyBee, working in his favor so far, playing a more defensive strategy now, taking his time in the meter burn roll to escape possible corner lockdown.
I think HoneyBee was just tired of not having full screen options, and Kara and Supergirl definitely has all of them. She has the teleport, she has the air lasers, and she has a walking laser.
All right, into the loop here. We've seen this before. However, where will HoneyBee end it?
Oh, that's a big drop there. HoneyBee leaving damage on the table, and Illusions, of course, with the side switch here. Kara's now in the corner, nowhere to back up into, and a great down one, but doesn't go into the breath. Somehow catches Illusions pressing buttons.
Yeah, the third time is the charm for HoneyBee. Those 3 down pokes, commits to the ice breath, freezes him, and Illusions off of his clash. Now, different mindset. Has the air dash to chase and enough chip damage on that hurricane bow. Spinning that life bar to depletion is Illusions.
Yeah, no, Illusions is definitely in there. He's not going to go down to a secondary Supergirl here, especially not HoneyBee's.
A little too much juggle there. Whiffs out, but nice punish on the down 2. And the meter burn pounds canceled from Illusions for the mix-up. 300 damage and enough to load his fire arrows now. And Kara chasing him down. Here's the air dash. Free jump ins, float cancels. Great blocks from Illusions.
Illusions trying to use that interactable I believe, to just jump away from Kara, to jump away from HoneyBee.
And this is going down to the wire now. Trades. No. Illusions recovers in time from the fire arrow. Stops his track short, looking for anything. One freeze with equal death and unclashable damage, but now HoneyBee in big time trouble. Fire arrows loaded. Here's the desperation teleport, but Illusions allows a chance for a clash.
That was a very, very desperate teleport, and HoneyBee forced to use his 2 bars, and because he only won by 1, he only gets 15% back.
He does not have meter to combo. He would need that background bounce to help him desperately, as Supergirl won't have the chance to build a bar. He will die. 1 will do it. Here's the boxing glove arrow, and just like that, great block from Illusion. You can see the pop off in the crowd from Grills, and Illusions 3-0.